welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Freeman. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Cougars offense will get the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make...
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And back to the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Peterson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Gonna run it. It's Peterson. Hard running there. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Pressure coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous. Turns it on down the left side. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown time. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Punts it out of the air.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
He makes a catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Cougars are on the move. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. At the 20, he's got space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Gets the back moving. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without... Oh, he dropped it! Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And they turn it into a defensive score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the second time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it just in time. Intercepted, oh, what a play. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Got it in the middle, it's Horton. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Offense facing 4th down.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Washington State has it all working right now. Wants to throw on 1st down. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Caught near the sticks. It's Holman. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He'll do it himself. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it, but he's got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jeff. There he goes. Oh, what a caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cougars. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Florida State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Got a man. It's Hale. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Murphy. It's caught. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To the air, it's Murphy. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. The play-action fake. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Hard-hitting tackle. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. Turning it on! Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. It's Peterson. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down and still on his feet. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Washington State will have to boot it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot.
Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. The give to the back. Plows through the defense.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Can't get him to the ground.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's reeled in, it's Lewis. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. On the ground, it's Peterson. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Freeman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Finds the big tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Washington State going back to work on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Murphy. Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35 to 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top. The last time they had it, Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Find his tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
1st down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got a man. It's Horton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying play action. Dumps it off in the flats. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down.
To the air, it's Murphy. Takes the easy completion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Break gets into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. He'll pull it on the read. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Washington State ready to go with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off play action. Now adjusting. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Handoff to the single back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The kick is on its way. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Right on target this time. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The DBs will back off a bit. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To throw, it's Duggar. Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch. It's Peterson.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's 3rd down. If the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally and make a stop.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.